What's up? It's your boy Cobra. Haha. Let's get into it. Dating apps bring out the worst in people. Ride and roast with Terrence Pop and Blake. All right. Spoiler alert. Gender relation rant incoming.
What's up, you bunch of happy hip huggers? Terrence Pop here and Blake with another Ride Roast!
Now, if you want to fucking smell good for the ladies, check out that link I just posted. Coupon code KingCobra will get you 15% off, and you too can smell like a rock star. That being said, don't hate the game, don't hate the players, hate our society. All right.
Or wishing you were.
Yes. Well, most people will get to that point in their life where they wish they were dead.
No matter how miserable your life is, it could be worse. So cherish each moment in life, because life is so miserably fucking short. You can't let the bad times ruin your good times, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where we enter the world of magical thinking. In today's article, this is about 3 months old on the day of filming, but...
Butt segments. I love Terrence Pop and Blake's butt segments. Oh, glorious. It's like, hey, some eye candy while I'm sipping on my beer. Yeah.
As we all know, ladies who write articles like this, in this case we have Nancy Jo Sales. These are all old tricks anyway. They just repackage them and try to sell them as new.
Hashtag blame all men, hashtag believe all women. Yeah, that kind of makes men feel ostracized. And that creates these fucking toxic males who think that women are all just snuffs. And then that in turn makes women think that all men are just assholes. And then nobody wins.
It's what, Feminism 101, Liberalism 101, keep this...
I hate to say this, but... now that feminists and LGBTQ have gotten equality, they're bored. They're looking for something to stir up attention and get them talking. So what happens? Now feminism has become about hating men. And now you got LGBTQ plus fighting a civil war on who's more special.
Recycling the same old propaganda and say the same lie over and over again.
Yep.
Sooner or later, somebody will believe it.
You could slap any date on this post-Tinder or post-OkCupid, and you're probably going to find
online dating. I'd rather try my chances at the bar. So I know what I'm getting into before I make that decision.
a million articles out there that say roughly the same thing. But here we go. Why do dating apps bring out the worst in men?
Here we fucking go. Some random chick who can't get dick inside of her pussy because she's too entitled.
How the fuck does that actually mean anything? I mean, they talk about the dick pics, stuff like that. I mean, because I spent a lot of time on the dating apps. I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of dudes on there who have zero fucks to give, and they lead with penis pics.
And which is, as we say around here, a dick move.
Which, exactly. You don't just send dick pics without consent, okay? Well, you can't expect women to care about your rights and your feelings if you don't care about theirs. But the problem with that is, as soon as men try to care, we're chastised for it. We're demasculated. We're seen as pussies because we care about your feelings. And it's like, fuck you.
Ah, you see what I did?
It is. It is a dick move. But, hey, hey.
It is a dick move, dog. Could you imagine, though, sincerely, if you got sent a naked picture of a chick you were not into, she may be too fat for your standards, or maybe, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, how would you feel about it? I know exactly how you'd feel about it. You're supposed to accept it and kiss her and call her beautiful. Otherwise, you're a man, pig, chauvinistic piece of shit who can't handle a strong woman. And I'm over here yeah, but if it was gender reversed, we'd be called rapists for it.
If you don't care and that's what you want, you're like, here's the golden rod. Maybe you want some, maybe you don't. You don't. All right, next. And the thing is women built the dating market. It's not like we had anything to do with it. We're along for the ride.
Yeah, unless you're a top tier dude, you ain't building the dating market for shit.
At the end of the day, the dating market as it exists in current year is the exclusive pride and prejudice of the ladies. They built it, and now they're complaining about it.
Just like all the other liberals.
Yeah, fourth wave feminism be like, even though feminism was founded on the basis of gender equality based off of female equality, let's treat men like crap.
No wonder they keep voting Democrat. They have so much in common with a government that likes to create problems and then claims to have the solution to them.
Sell me big government.
Sell me government. Come on.
Sell me one fucking thing they've ever done that they made any better. Go.
Okay, you want something? Thank you, Joe Biden, for decriminalizing cannabis. Appreciate that, bud.
Go, yeah. Come on.
Did you hear that? Autistic screeching in the distance.
The autistic screeching sounds like this. It's pissing me off! It pisses me off!
The Karen comb-overs?
The Karen comb-overs.
As their heads explode.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. If you've met
I feel so sorry for women who are named Karen, who are decent women, but because a couple of them have that first name, it's now a thing with the internet. That just irritates me. Like, you're such a Karen. And it's like, dude, call her a bitch. Don't call her a Karen. Because there were good women out there named Karen, and they get a bad rap because of these fucking snuck who were just like, let me speak to your manager. And your manager's manager, and your manager's manager's manager.
To live your life so that you've somehow avoided the West Elm Caleb saga that...
So if you don't know who West Elm Caleb is, he's this douchebag guy who used Tinder and dating and shit like that to just fuck chicks and leave them. And I'm like, if that is your thing, then could you be a little bit decent and communicate that in your profile? If you're a dude and you don't want a relationship, and you're just using dating to hook up, have casual, random sex, and then leave, be honest. Because there are women and men out there looking for real relationships.
And if you're a single straight woman who uses dating apps and have never dated a young man who resembles West Elm Caleb, then it is nothing less than a miracle. Although I take umbrage and offense to the phrase...
Okay, in brief summary, West Elm Caleb is a guy who's 25 who got outed on TikTok for allegedly dating multiple women he met on dating apps, all at the same time, leading them on and then ghosting them as soon as they got some pussy. Back in her day, she just called that a fuckboy. Said her friend Amelia, age 29. Yes, I know back in 2015, she wrote a story for Vanity Fair entitled Tinder and the Dawn of Dating Apocalypse, of the Dating Apocalypse. Hold on one second. In which she reported a fuckboy is a young man who sleeps with women without any intention of having a relationship with them or perhaps even walking them to the door post-sex. Yeah, I call that fuckboy shaming, ladies.
So what you're saying is, he behaved just like a woman, and because he's got a penis, that's bad.
Yeah. That happened to my buddy.
Yep.
Yeah. He literally went out with a woman at like 5, 6 in the afternoon. And she's like, I got back to the office, blah, blah, blah. 2 hours later, there she is with another dude at two or three restaurants down the way on the same block. Like, what the fuck?
And that is actually a really great red flag.
You want gender equality? Stop slut-shaming women for getting dick and stop simp-shaming men for trying to get laid. That is gender fucking equality. And if you're going to praise men for getting some dick, or pussy or whatever they're into, as long as it's of age and consensual. I'm not here to judge outside of that.
Point out to you, gentlemen, if you are still out there in the dating market and a woman gives you the business and says that she needs to have a late lunch or an early dinner instead of an actual date at 6:30, 7 p.m.
Same time, you don't want to fucking be paranoid about it, like assuming that she's only there for a cheap meal ticket. So a little bit of optimism, and maybe she's the one. You never know, and that's what makes love fun and interesting and, adventurous and exciting and terrifying and just all these emotions at once. It's the fun of the unknown. Like trying marijuana for the first time and being like, how is this going to affect me? And come to find out, you're sitting there laughing your ass off at stupid shit. You're watching that 70s show like, that's what they were doing in the circle.
I brought a hot, fresh pizza, but it's only for my friends who don't make fun of me. Pizza.
Kelso, man, I got 1,000 insults, and no pizza's gonna make... Is that sausage? Brilliant bastard.
Supposedly, allegedly, the former CEO of Amazon, the one that's stepping down, fucked a child in outer space. Weather kicks ass.
Or the butt slapatizer, if you know what I mean.
The butt slapatizer. I like it.
We all know what's coming down the pipe, and it ain't you.
I cast a circle of love for Terrence Popp to find a chick who's in her mid-40s, exactly what he wants in a woman. So Mozart be in a witch's circle. Yeah.
Nice for the guy behind you.
Yep. It's all part of the business, and yes, there will be a pop culture on that whole subject.
Yeah, I have received the business in spades throughout the years. I know it's coming. I'm like, here we go.
Yep. But
butt segments are so nice. Those fucking the last couple of butt segments. Oh, tight leather pants.
hypocrisy here is just phenomenal.
Well,
because when women do this, and then you call them on it, it's, well, guys do it all the time, so I should be able to do it.
Yeah, because women and men don't like having their shit called out, dude. Putting that shit on Mountain Dew Baja Blast, be like, boo, you suck. Sometimes YouTube, you just gotta pick your goddamn battles, You just gotta pick your fucking battles. Sometimes you're like, you know what? Who cares if I'm fucking right? Okay, nothing I say on the planet will convince this stupid fucking man-hating broad that she's a fucking nut and that it's all about gender equality. Then, okay, if men are not allowed to hate women, then women shouldn't be allowed to hate men. No. It's cool. It's, it's of gender equality.
Guys are called out. When it happens to women, you get the polar opposite reaction.
They treat it as...
That's called a double standard, Terrence Popp. And you could... And toxic male, you can just see the look on Blake's face. He's like,
modus operandi.
Yep.
It's just another thing it's just something that they do. And I'm going to be honest, like, women literally drop out of the box, factory programmed to do shit like this.
Yep. But the biggest...
Oh, this butt segment. Ooh. Oh, dude, I like this butt segment. Get a nice side profile, showing off those hips. A little bit of side boob action. Pretty face. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, I didn't make the sound I was going for. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
The biggest difference being, because they are programmed right out of the box, it doesn't require any effort or work on their part to do this whatsoever. Women are born the gatekeeper. Men have to work hard and invest in themselves.
This is why women get slut-shamed, because you are the gatekeepers, whereas men are the key masters. And if one goddamn key opens the gates, it's a sufficient lock. However, if multiple keys open up the same goddamn lock, then they call that a shitty lock.
We talk about all of the shit men used to have to do just to get ready to get,
Oh, yeah.
get married or get into the dating pool.
And that's just the stuff that we used to have to do. Now that list is a lot longer because
literally all women have to do is show up and say yes. Basic female grooming. And heck, even if you don't groom yourself, some guy likes the way likes your hairy female ass. If he wants it bad enough, he'll pursue it. Of course, that tends to be a trend. Women who don't groom themselves, But then, like, here's Manscaped with a woman telling us how to shave our fucking balls. But the second you tell a woman to shave her armpits, fuck the patriarchy, right?
Expectations on the other side.
They're unrealistic.
They've gone to completely delusional standards.
Yeah, they're completely unrealistic.
So if a fucking chick decides she's sick of men and the last man she had fucking pissed her off to the point where she needed some good forget-me sex, which is when chicks and dudes are so fucking heartbroken and pissed off at their ex, they fuck a bunch of people to get rid of the anger. And you know, if dudes do that crap, you're a fuck boy. If women do that, you're a slut. And I'm like, you know, dating sucks for pretty much all genders and people in general. So could we not do this crap?
Them, or perhaps even walking them to the door post-sex.
And guess what?
Even if it wasn't the best sex, and even if she wasn't the prettiest, you want to take a leaf out of my book, walk her to the door, take her out for breakfast, you know? Show her that not all guys are the same. And watch what happens if everybody made a group effort to show the opposite sex that, hey, not all women and not all men are the same. And if society could quit being a fucking nuts about dating and shoving sex in our fucking faces, just because sex sells doesn't mean it has to be in everything, you know? Like shit.
Those dudes have Clinton body counts, and it's all your fault because you keep sleeping with them.
And they can get away with it. I mean, literally, they don't have to.
That's the truth. Okay, let me ask you this, YouTube. If your dog crapped on your carpet and shit and pissed all over the place, would you give them a doggy biscuit? Would you be like, who's a good Fido? Keep shitting all over the carpet. I don't care. Fuck no. You'd smack him with a fucking newspaper and be like, that's a bad Fido. Do that outside, you little bastard. No, I don't want to play Blue's Clues to figure out why Blue shit and pissed in the house, you little fucking bitch.
Be nice. They don't even have to escort you out. They just like show up, show the goods, leave.
And all they got to do to get away with it is just carefully calibrate the dick barometer.
That's right.
Yeah, the dick barometer is how horny can I make the man without actually giving him anything. That's what women have learned to master. And it's beautiful how fucking manipulative, hypocritical, and sadistic it is. But that's what keeps me going in the chase personally.
All right, she's a 5. All right, I'll give her the 7 dick. And then
nothing more than 7 dick, gentlemen.
Yeah, nothing more than a 7. I give her the 7 dick, and then
fuck how hot she is, fellas. Fuck how hot she is. Give her the 10 dick no matter how hot she is. And you will have women fighting over you instead of you fucking fighting over them. Sitting there whining because you can't get no pussy. It's like, you know what? Stop letting women control your life like that, man. Be a fucking man. Grab yourself by the balls and be like, I'm a man. I have testosterone. Hear me roar, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
When I call her back in 3 months after forgetting her name, she'll say yes still. Because that's what it's like.
Don't take it to 10.
Never take it to 10. That's how you wind up with a stalker.
That's right.
You don't need...
Hey, that's okay, because if you got a chick stalking you, you can totally call out her bullshit. You'd be like, that's what kills me about it. If dudes who haven't been laid in a long enough time, and they just want to make a good impression and see where things go, so dudes give it their all out, like, motherfucker, I haven't been laid in 5 years, and here comes this smoking hot, clean, of-age, cisgendered female who's like, give me some of that. And you eat that pussy like a fucking lesbian in college, and you give her the 10 dick, and the sex for her is so fucking good. She's arching her back like the bitch from The Exorcist, and her vagina is contracting repeatedly as she has a leg spasming orgasm, and you could just feel in her legs trembling with ecstasy.
Yeah, you don't need photos arriving at your phone, you know, in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner and it's some chick peeing on herself. You like that, baby? Not especially. No.
I'm eating, thank you.
Okay, that's just it. Like, brings me to my next point. Okay, like, don't just fucking, because you're into, like, piss porn or scat porn. What the fuck? 2 girls, 1 cup. Dude, stop. Stop. Dude, people are like, have you seen 2 girls, 1 cup? And I'm like, no, what is it? They sent me the video. I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, yeah.
Wah. Sorry, ladies. The only thing that cures that is a time machine back through the wall. And it's not happening.
Good luck with that.
And just because your looks start to fade, you think you can't find someone? Think again.
But might I suggest in the
Oh, more butt segments and leather pants.
meantime that you actually start holding yourselves to the same standards that you hold men, you might actually be happier.
And that's what I'm saying, YouTube. I don't care if you're a chick or a dude. Okay? If you want sex without a relationship, then communicate that in your dating profile, you pieces of shit.
Whining and complaining about the landscape they decimated, and now they have to live in it.
Yeah, and men do this crap too, to be fair, Terrence Pop. I'm not speaking for Blake or Pop specifically, but there are men who treat women like crap and then wonder why they can't get laid or can't get a date. And instead of being like, oh, hey, maybe it's their fault, they blame women. And women do the same thing. Sometimes, yes, in defense of women, men can be assholes. But at some point, you have to stop going, maybe it's not the men you date entirely, but it's also because of you.
And they're not liking it.
Sorry, ladies, you control the dating market between 15 and 35. Some of you check out of that leadership role around 28, 29.
That's the truth, because a 15-year-old boy is so fucking horny, he can't think straight. At that point, women swoop in, and it's just like, as a 15-year-old male, I could jack off to the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition magazine. She didn't have to be fully naked for me to appreciate the female form. So if a chick would have came up to me and said, oh, hey, if you spend all your fucking money on me, I might date you. 15-year-old me would have been like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Point a finger at men. There's 3 more pointing back at you.
This whole feminist experiment that we've been doing for the past 80 years.
It's pretty much roundly a failure at this
It's
point,
a
wouldn't you
fucking
say?
savage failure.
The problem is women and men are vindictive assholes towards each other, and both sides want to be right. Both sides want to be in charge. Both sides want to have all the power. Both sides want to be tougher than the other one, only because of the way society treats women and men.
Women are unhappier than they've ever been, and they expect people...
Geez, I wonder why you're unhappy. People are treating you like shit. You treat other people like crap, and you can't find the right person. Gee, I wonder why you're fucking miserable in the dating scene.
to still reinforce all of these bad decisions and cheer them on when they shout their abortions and hashtag shout your sterility, like these chicks are getting their...
Okay, you know what? Okay, that argument, I'm not trying to be a fucking simp, but if men legitimately gave birth to children, it'd be a different argument.
Tubes tied. They're like, yay! Like they want to have a gender reveal party for the death of their own dating prospect.
Well, the thing is, if they get their tubes tied, you can always get those untied.
Oh, here's the thing of it. You don't have to get a vasectomy. You don't have to get your tubes tied. You can have that shit untied and your vasectomy can be reversed, but that shit costs money. So there's this thing, what's the word I'm looking for? Birth control. The morning after pill.
And what about this? If you voted for Trump, don't bother.
Yeah.
Well, that's half the people.
Yeah, that's half the men.
Yeah, good luck.
Women want to hate on Trump because of his locker room talk. Trump said grab him by the pussy, and that just pissed off a lot of women, didn't it? Well, I'm going to tell you, you're a fucking slut hypocrite, because guarantee you that women talk about men the same way when they think nobody else is listening and they're around their gal pals. You think women don't gossip and gush over guys the same way men do to women? Fuck you, man.
With that.
You're making it way too easy for us to avoid you ladies, and then you want to complain in articles like this when that happens.
Well, both sides do it when, like, women and men are equally as insufferable, and then nobody wants to date because there's too much pressure to date, and because people suck, I need a beer. Yeah.
And guess what? It's not that we're avoiding them. We just know it. You know, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. You get 30.
Exactly my point. We're not avoiding you ladies. We just realize you're an insufferable. And that's what kills me about it, is that men, we're not going to date an insufferable cunt just to get some pussy. Half the time you might do it because you don't realize your self-worth. But almost 9 times out of 10, women will put up with asshole men just to get some good dick. You're never going to see a man do that for a chick unless he's desperate.
Seconds of, and then it's like an insane amount of money. You have to deal with craziness. Maybe you have to deal with the cops. I mean, what? Fuck that.
Bees and dogs can smell fear. Men can smell feminist.
Oh, toxic male. Oh. Feminism is not the problem. It's what the fucking crazy man haters have done to the movement.
And you make it easy when you free bleed. You must be a looter, because it smells like cooter. I'm out of here.
Because remember, if you come home from a hard day at work and you're like, honey, it's been a hard day at the office, man. Can you fetch me my pipe and my slippers and a martini and a newspaper? She'd call you a fucking sexist.
They gave them a new sense of boldness through a seemingly endless set of options.
Okay. And really, do you have options when people are looking at your dating profile going, God, she's hideous, or God, he looks like shit? And then you read the bio, and then you're just like, no, you're trying way too hard. Swipe.
Okay, now we're entering the realm of psychological projection here.
Yeah, here we go.
They gave them...
Psychological projection works for both genders. Think about it. You got some dude who's sitting there saying, I got the biggest dick in the room, when secretly he doesn't. And then you got women who are doing the same thing, basically.
The ability to decide with the flick of a finger whether a woman was hot or not, enough for them to date or have sex with. Okay, we've shown these charts probably 50.
And how do you think fucking men feel when a woman rejects them? Oh, you're not hot enough to have sex with that. It hurts, dude. The same, dude, women and men don't realize y'all feel the same way when you get rejected, and yet somehow it's the opposite sex's fault when you do it. Not because you're picking shitty people to date, or because you have a shit personality and you're insufferable.
Times in the last 5-6 years, but here they are again. If you want to know who's really prejudging people out of shallowness that makes a puppy dog's piss puddle look like Crater Lake, check it out. They gave them the...
Sometimes women can be more shallow than men. Sometimes it's your stereotypical shallow men. It depends on the person and their standards.
Ability to create false identities who can't be held accountable. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm Bendy Dick Cummins-Snatch.
Engelbert Humperdinck, nice to meet you.
We have funny names.
Yeah, who cares?
We should start a club.
I would look at your picture, and within 5 seconds, I would like, okay, I'll send her an email.
Yeah.
And usually it's hello or how you...
Can you really tell up what a person's like in the first 5 seconds?
Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah. And getting combative, dismissive, psychologically projecting, bitching about all the problems that you caused, thinking that somehow blaming and shaming men and saying that it's all our fault is going to make us come crawling back to you with all of our money and resources on a silver platter, ready to give it up to the lowest bidder. You must be out of your damn mind.
Yeah. Because let's examine this for a second, ladies and gentlemen. If you fucking slut shame a woman, call her a cunt, and tell her you need to fix me a goddamn sandwich, fetch my pipe and slippers, bitch. Know your place. That's totally gonna make her want to suck your dick, right, fellas? No.
You're out of your fucking
That
mind.
is not gonna happen. Men
No, it's not.
want 4Fs, and I'm not talking about a bra size, because if they're that big, chances are the rest of you is going to follow suit around 27, 28. We want fit, feminine, friendly, and fertile. If you are not those four things, or at least some, amiable, moderately mixture, connotation of them, you're done.
You're a dartboard in the bar. Men are just going to...
Yeah, but the idea of being feminine in today's society is you must hate men. If they hate you back, they're the patriarchy and they're the problem. And it's like the idea of a masculine man is pretty much the same, only it's gender reversed. And it's so fucking... People are just toxic, dude.
hit a bullseye and then go on to another bar.
And this gets worse as women get older. That's why you see women approaching 30 or in their 30s screaming that older men dating younger women is creepy.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? An article from Slate magazine published of November 16th, 2016. Is it okay to be this annoyed about older men who date much younger women? Oh, well, I don't hear them saying shit when it's the other way around.
And it's manipulative. No, it's not. You would do it if you could.
Absolutely correct.
You can't.
And
that's why it's not fair.
This is not a new phenomena. Older men married younger women since forever.
Like I said, you have to earn. You have to invest in yourself. You have to build.
It's also completely unfair because men don't typically lose their erections when they're 30 or 40, unless, of course, they ain't getting any pussy and they ain't masturbating to keep the pipes clean and keep it working. Whereas women, on the other hand, their fertility rate goes down the older they get. Women are a lot quicker to lose the ability to produce offspring, a lot quicker than men are to lose their erections. That's just Mother Nature, and it's such bullshit, dude.
Yourself to become the king.
And the reason why she says it's completely unfair is because if a younger woman dates an older dude, they can produce kids 9 times out of 10. But if an older woman tries to fuck a younger dude and her ovaries have completely said, fuck you, it's menopause time, it ain't gonna happen.
Keymaster. Women are born the gatekeepers. So it makes sense that older men who amassed that value would go for younger women whose value is at its peak. Because they match. Why would a dude who has spent 15 years amassing value, building himself, building a business, maybe he's an entrepreneur, why would he throw that away for a 35-year-old infertile, masculine, combative, unfriendly biatcha?
The mummified cunt is cursed. Stay away.
Can't understand normal thinkers are not allowed.
Yeah, cute uterus, nagging tits. Yeah.
You go ahead and get combative with a high-value man and see how long you're going to be around.
Yeah, you will be just like...
Yeah, but who determines a man's value in society? Because it surely isn't the man himself. You know? You could be that top-tier dude that has the job, the older gentleman swagger. But if you're a miserable fucking piece of shit, then that's not going to do you any good.
The dead fish you play in bed. Catch.
Because I know of dudes who are in their 40s who have never had a wife, never had kids, and they have the worst commitment issues. And the only reason the dude gets chicks is because he's in his 40s. So that logic that Blake was just trying to drop kind of fails in some situations.
And release. And if you don't like it, wham, you did it to yourself.
So what, comma? I don't care.
And not a single fuck was given that day. And if you stare closely at my hands, you will see my collection of fucks that I have given to these ladies.
They're not even worth a give a damn, a give a shit, or a give a fuck.
And at the end of the day, ladies, no matter how much you complain about all the men that you allowed yourself to be smashed and dashed by, you can write articles, you can post TikTok videos, you can gather together with your screeching harpies and talk about how men ain't shit. You still can't unsuck their dicks. Screen 5.
Yeah! Anyways, YouTube, fuck sickos. Thanks for watching the stream and donating your time and money. I'll catch you later.